Hi, this is Siley, and we're discussing Top Test Prep's method for acing the essay portion of the ISEE. Now there's a reason that this is the last section you'll be doing on the ISEE. Yes, you'll be exhausted, and no, this isn't graded. But don't let that fool you into thinking that this is not an important section. The reason this is important is because schools will read your essays, all of them, and they're really looking for clear, organized writing and your ability to express yourself through said writing. The essay portion can really tip an application in your favor. Say that a school is looking at two nearly identical students, and their scores are similar and their academics are similar. Which one to choose? Well, that's when they go for the tiebreaker, the essay. If as one student has stronger writing, that's probably going to be the student that gets into that school. So to ace this essay section, I've laid out a strategy for you. So the goal here is a clear, organized, and persuasive essay. So to do that, the first step is to brainstorm ideas. You have 30 minutes to do the essay, and you have enough time to take away 5 minutes to really think about what you're going to write. When you think about what you're going to write beforehand, the structure becomes more apparent and it's just more organized, even in your brain. So here, when you brainstorm ideas, think of at least 2 strong examples. Make sure that they're detailed and make sure that they're from different fields. If you write about dance for the first example, don't write about dance for the second example. It doesn't really show your range. So maybe if you write about art for the first example, write about sports for the next. One of your examples should probably be a personal experience. They're wonderful because you've lived your life. You know what's happened, and you can provide really specific information. So in relation to the prompt, think about what you've experienced and how you feel based on what you've chosen. So with the prompt, sometimes it might ask you to form an opinion. Do you agree or disagree with this? Make sure that you choose one of those answers, agree or disagree, and really support that side. Don't be wishy-washy and say, well, I don't know. Not good. So the next part is to outline. This is really important for your structure. It's really good to have at least a 4-paragraph essay. The paragraphs don't have to be very long, but it is necessary to have separate paragraphs for your introduction, the 2 examples you're going to have, and then the conclusion. So for the introduction, the very first sentence should be a very strong and nuanced thesis. What I mean by that is definitely take a stand in what you've decided, and also make sure to let the reader know that you do understand that there are 2 sides to the argument. What I advocate is having a structure that says, although opposite opinion, comma, your opinion. Let me give you an example. If you have an essay prompt that asks, which is better, cats or dogs? You might say that although many people love cats, dogs are better human companions in most ways. There. I've addressed the other side, some people like cats, but I've said my opinion. Dogs. Dogs are best. So you must include why you're having each example in there. You have to give support. Don't forget about that. 2 examples to back up the thesis I just mentioned might be that thousands of years of breeding have made dog man's best friend in many specialized capacities, and also that my dog Lassie once saved me from a well. So where I'm going with that second one is, again, that personal example. That's the only place in the essay that you can use the first person voice. You can use I and we and make it really great. Here, the last thing you have is your conclusion. It's just a restatement of your thesis, but it's really important. It ties your essay together and just shows the reader that you understand basic essay structure. Even if you just have 1 minute and you're still writing a little bit on your second example, end that sentence and write 1 sentence for your conclusion. So the last thing, or second to last thing rather, is that the strong details that you included before also help you in another way. They increase the length of your essay. Studies have shown that longer essays lead to better scores. So make sure to include those details, and if you have tiny handwriting, just make it bigger. You know, a little trick to get you to those 2 pages. My very last bit of advice is be neat. It doesn't matter if you have the most brilliant essay in the world. If no one can read it, you're going to get a low score. Remember, the essays are graded in 2 minutes, and whatever the grader can read is what is scored. So if you follow these steps, you brainstorm, outline, have a great structure, include strong, specific examples, don't cheat yourself out of a good score by having awful handwriting. So from all of us at Top Test Prep, good luck on your ISEE.